Greetings, I'm the New Hampshire Energy Geek, and I'm stuck inside a Deerfield with the COVID blues again. All this time at home has gotten me thinking about a variety of the connections between COVID-19 and climate change. The first is that, like it or not, we're a part of nature, we're not above it. And as we're seeing by this epidemic, no one is immune from the laws of nature. It's important to understand that the laws of nature are unbreakable, at least not for long. Economics is not a law of nature, it's a human construct. And to be sustainable, it must not break any laws of nature. Now, one more thing is you don't have to believe in the laws of nature or science for that matter. Whether you believe in gravity or not, if you step off a cliff, you're going to fall. You could vote on it, you can make it a political question, but in the end, it doesn't matter whether you believe in gravity, COVID-19, or climate change. It's also clear that nature knows no political or human-made boundaries or borders. This epidemic started in China just a few months ago and has since enveloped the whole world. Nature knows no borders when it comes to climate change, and it cares not about political compromise. It's physics, chemistry, and biology, baby. The universe didn't come with an owner's manual. Science is our best attempt at creating the equivalent of that manual. Science doesn't force us to act, but it's a useful tool for humans, and ignoring it is foolhardy. Our response or lack of response to the scientific data we have access to is more than alarming. It's causing needless catastrophe in this epidemic. Similarly, our lack of action reducing climate gas emissions is going to cause a worldwide catastrophe like we've never seen before. COVID and the climate crisis are not problems that can be effectively dealt with at the national level alone. They are international problems that require the world to come together to address them. According to Inger Anderson, the head of the UN Environmental Program, COVID-19 is a clear warning shot. She states that 75% of all infectious diseases come from wildlife. Climate change and the destruction of natural habitats are putting humans in even closer proximity with animals, which increases the likelihood of animal transmission to humans. Melting glaciers are exposing viruses that humans have not seen in millennia. According to Popular Mechanics, scientists have unearthed 28 unpreviously discovered viruses, which were trapped in the glacial ice for at least 15,000 years. The team collected these samples from Galiva ice cap in Tibet. In recent years, researchers have pulled samples of smallpox, Spanish flu, bubonic plague, and even anthrax from thawing permafrost. Scientists have also found harmful pollutants such as mercury trapped below the Alaskan permafrost. If you think viruses coming back to life is a far-fetched idea, check this out. Recently, some worms were found in the permafrost in Siberia. They were determined to be 42,000 years frozen, and when they melted them, guess what? The worms came back to life. A group of biodiversity experts warned, quote, "There is a single species that is responsible for COVID-19 pandemic, us. As with climate and biodiversity crises, recent pandemics are a direct consequence of human activity, particularly our global financial and economic system based on a limited paradigm that prizes economic growth at any cost. We have a small window of opportunity in overcoming the challenges of the current crises and avoiding sowing the seeds of future ones," the author writes. There's one more connection between COVID-19 and climate I'd like to mention, which also helps explain the biodiversity and climate crises, as well as the previous author's comments about our economy's constant need for growth. You've probably seen the graphs about the soaring COVID-19 infection rate and heard it called exponential. The J-shaped curve, which describes the exponential growth of the COVID-19 pandemic, is not at all unique in nature. Understanding the nature of exponential growth helps us to connect the dots between COVID-19, population growth, our economy, and the environmental problems we face, such as climate change. In the next 3 short videos, we will look deeper into the nature of exponential growth and these connections. I hope you will join me. Thanks for watching.